Okay, the music's playing, you know the drill. We're gonna charge. So, tell me if this area looks familiar to anyone. Deep Ogre. If I remember correctly, that's the defensive one. Shh. There we go. I always wanted to try that, hitting them through the wall like that. Lunar Pendulum. This one I don't recognize. I may need it on someone. So right now I'm fighting these monsters because I want to scan them, that way they're in my... well, I can see their weaknesses and crap. That's the primary reason. That way if I run into them in, say, a monster chest or two, it's not a problem. Nothing here is particularly dangerous so far. Looks like it's gonna come alive or something. Not sure if I made such short work out of them. The only reason for that is I wanted to look at the room in more detail. Oh, bingo. Yeah, I wanted to stop and look at the room because something was completely up. Statue of the Knight brandishing a sword. Can we hop down? A little worried about that guy respawning. This place is... looks like it's this Fort Master's chamber. What? That is the same mark as the one inside the chapel of the temple. This is the mark of that cult, right? It's a bit different from the one in the document describing the incident 6 years ago. It's also a bit different from the one in the file that Joaquin left behind. I feel like that one had wings attached to it. It's probably a simplification of the mark which the cult uses, though. Maybe, perhaps, a prototype of the one currently in use. The fact that's in this kind of place means that the cult's roots can be traced back to over 500 years ago. Furthermore, maybe it was founded here in Crossbell. Yes, the mark from the temple you found was also from the warring period 500 years ago. Maybe it took in all the influential men in this area to spread its influence. Looks like there's a need to fully unravel the history sooner or later. Please be careful. It finally appeared. The friends of the demons that appeared in Phantasma. As I thought, this whole place has begun warping already. Anyway, let's beat the crap out of them. So if you're curious about Phantasma, that's the location of Sky 3. The entire game. As for what he resists, let's find out. Everything. It actually is everything, damn it. War Demon wandering Gehenna, its fiendish fighting ability to send those facing him into an abyss of despair. Weak to space. There's like one space spell in the entire damn game.
Enigma Kudo. Ikimasu. Enigma Kudo. Yoshi.
Denied. Wow, that's good. Decent damage. Although it all just got healed away. Probably need to leave this area to replenish my EP after this fight. So I'm trying to figure out what he heals off of. It's percent HP or what? So there may actually be a case for letting him cast that. Can't afford to let him get that 10%, though. That's a 2,000 point heal. Basically offsets the dark matter. Looks like Randy's gonna be stealing a turn. That's cute. He thinks he can cast arts. So Ellie could definitely use the 10%. It's not as good on her as it would be Tio, but still. Like, that whole 10% thing is probably the only reason I'd say the EP quartz is not completely worthless. Wow. Awkward. Sad part is the delay on that move seems to be exceedingly low. Start chant. Oh, crud. No. Sober up, Tio. Save the partying for after the battle. Okay, Randy really did need that. So I do not want to steal Tio's thunder here. So keep in mind, due to his little gimmick of moving twice, He's looking to heal here.
任せろふん行くぜ赤き夜の死んだ戦場をかけつわもろどもつなげ
This one won't deal as much because it's only 100 CP. Except first he does get to heal again.
お返しよ任せてはい
Does she have anything? Nope. She could kill him with this.
デミガンナー起動アブソリュートゼロ敵集団撃破しました
Way to do nothing is still in Joshua. It appears this is the real lodge in the true sense of the word. Yes, let's go inside. Celestial Balm? Oops. And Tyrell Balm, so basically whatever it drops, you get one of each here. Doing this just to get the EP back on Lloyd Randy. It'd suck if the boss respawned. So was everyone here in the beginning or no? What is this place? Way to spoil the final dungeon, guys. Incredible. A shaft is sitting downwards into the earth. Wonder how far it goes. Was this thing also constructed several hundred years ago? Should be about 500 arch based on eye measurement. Good grief, it seems it's gonna be a pain getting down there. Tio, what's wrong? Are you alright? You look so pale. No problem. It's just, it made me remember some things from that old place. Old place? I see. The Lodge of the Cult of the Republic's western edge, right? Yes. I think the shaft may have been built as an underworld path to Gehenna. As a way to approach demons that reject the goddess Idios. And also to perform a ritual to present offerings to them. What scumbags. So that is why it has this upsetting smell to it. In that case, there's only one thing for us to do. For the people who opened the path for us, and also for Kea, who's waiting for our return. We will shatter this irritable fantasy and drag it out into the daylights. We'll put an end to it so that no one will go through harsh and sad experiences anymore. Mr. Lloyd. Good goddess. I really want to say you're a hot-blooded guy, but I'll agree with you just this time, though. Me too. The enemy's existence is like an unknown spider manipulating everything from the shadows. However, as we are now, we can definitely reach it. Yes, we will not lose, no matter what. Our strength is yours. We will support you with everything we've got. And support us you shall, Joshua. Alright, let's go then. Crossbell Police Special Support Section, Lloyd Bannings and Company, totaling 4 people. Likewise, brace your guild member Estelle Bright and Company, totaling 2 people. We will hereby start our infiltration mission to investigate and settle this case. Okay, less chatter, more splatter, guys. Let's make a detour. didn't miss a doorway back there, did I? Thought it was a solid wall, but yeah, just power forward.
Yeah, go!
Okay, sweet, it was intimidated. We'll come back here in a sec. Yeah, don't have much use for those here. Want to do this before he plugs the doorway. What's the worst that could happen? It broke. For a second I thought we actually had to walk across that as some sort of bridge, but maybe not. That's new. You die now. Okay, that one made our list. This place is freaking huge. More Sepith. Like, the only way we could possibly use this is if we carry it over into the new game. Didn't really want to kill that, but I wanted to loot more. Oh, you get to see one now. Yeah, what Randy said. Bad things are spellcasters, in case you're wondering, so...
さてとドライブ開始。
よし
In case you want to see, they resist pretty much everything. So to stop him from getting that double turn, TO cast. That's all, folks. You thought this was gonna be a hard fight, didn't you? Ares Greaves. I assume those are for Randy because you know why. And they're actually inferior. What are we supposed to be seeing in the background? Yeah, I assume that's a dead end. Actually, now that I think about it, I could give the Ares thing to Joshua.
Yeah, go! Yeah, yeah! Eito! Eito!
Okay, that works. It's staying too close to the chest. Let's see if we can reset its position real quick. I went through that for that? So now we get the pleasure of walking back. Did not want to fight him, but we can verify this is now a dead end. Those are just trees, I guess. Like, you're supposed to clear the trees around the fort so that the enemy doesn't have anything to hide behind, you know? Close to level 37, I am starting to sweat a little bit. That's the way forward, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah!
Okay, we're going back for the loot before we go forward. There's most likely a boss there. Alright, another monster box. Same one, it looks like.
敵出現めんどくさいです
Except this time I can't do my trick. No rest for the wicked, I tell you.
エニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
任せろ。
ほらよ
What a downer. Good. Yeah. See, if not for that whole downer bite, that would have been flawless. So right here's level 37. Nothing really special there. Lost Campbell. What's that should be Ellie's ultimate weapon if you don't go for the Zemurian weapon. So yeah, I'll take it. Don't quite get the name. Let me look. Just give a description for it. Antique, that's it. So I'm trying to remember if there was the... Did anyone have the last name Campbell in the game? Ellie's is McDowell, just in case you're wondering, it's supposed to be like some sort of heirloom of hers. It's like the geofront to a degree. There are quite a few instruments that are equipped with the current technology. I wonder if they've all been modified by that Joaquin. Most likely. They're probably used as research equipment to complete the Gnosis. I see. The hospital doesn't have instruments that resemble these. It's very likely. Someone's here. You guys. Found your way here too, huh? Come on guys, just surrender, please. Even if the drug made you stronger, we outnumber you by... Please wait. There's something wrong with them. What? And we have Quagmire there. What's going on? This is the fusion dance. Aw. I like my theory better. What? Metamorphose? We don't have time to ponder. Just knock him out for now.
行くぞみんな俺の番だな
Nah, I'll pop a scope here. Lloyd's turn is like the least valuable of the bunch. Unless they start channeling, in which case he becomes significantly more valuable. Demonicus. Human body that changed form became a demon. Ability to transcend the living beings displays a mighty power.
任せろ
It did resist everything, right? No, it can be debuffed.
ほらよ
Watch the birdie.
さてはいドライブ開始
Really?
俺の番だなエニグマやっ
Actually a little impressed on that one. Like, the fact that they only have 7,000 hit points does have me a little concerned.
これで終わりだ暗い悪いな
Leave Lloyd alone! Jeez, they do not like him. Just for that you gain a Galleon power to the face. But yeah, one thing I'm definitely going to be looking at Gold Seal 3 when I get around to playing it, which is about a month from now. Well, let's see. By the time you guys see this, it actually will be 1 month from the game release, I believe.
ドライブ開始
よし
Funny how that works, right? So anyway, the thing that I want to look at is the spell variety. Because I know Dark Matter was not this good in pretty much any other Trails game that I can think of.
エニグマ駆動
俺の番だな。あっ
Going for the one with more hit points, in case you're wondering, because this one probably...
それ
Oh, we have one survivor.
俺の番だな。
Please brutality time, Lloyd.
いや
And I'll show him.
まだまだいける。
Remember, folks, survivors are shot again. Or in this case, bludgeoned. Suck on a breath mint. Ah, they changed back. This, like witnessing a nightmare. Demon eyes. I've heard of this phenomenon before, but... You two suck. They lost consciousness. They're really prostrated, but their lives are not in danger. That's a relief. I'm afraid this is also the power of Gnosis. That's not something to write home about, folks. The mental transformation could be affecting the body as well. Hey now, that's freaking ridiculous. Even though they're just some useless grunts, to have them meet such a terrible fate is just... This Joaquin jerk, there's no way I'll forgive him. Yeah. In any case, let's search the surrounding areas. We might be able to find some information on the cult. Yes, understood. Yep, Joaquin better hope we get a hold of him before the Mafia does. We'll only beat him harshly, we're not going to send him swimming with cement shoes. And before I forget... Don't forget, I have ingenuity, so we're going to heal as we block. Nothing really to write home about, that's still locked. Don't you hate it when they interrupt your animations? Let's try this one first. It responded. It's an information processing system that the Foundation developed many years ago. Though it's now considered an antique, at the time it should have been very expensive. Chairman Harmon probably provided the mirror for them, huh? Yeah, either way, it seems we'll need to perform a thorough sweep of the area. Tio, did you learn anything else? Yes. Somehow it seems I was able to browse information on releasing the barrier wall lock. It seems only a portion of the information remains, though. That's enough, let's have a look. About the cult. My name is Joaquin Gunter, High Priest of the therefore G cult. 6 years ago, our cult was almost completely destructed, due to the actions of many powers, bracers included. However, only I avoided harm for certain reasons, and I was able to escape safely to this land of, I assume, Crossbell. I had survived in order to accomplish the cult ambition thanks to the Great Blank's guidance. For when the time comes, I've decided to record data in each terminal as material for writing new testaments. Testaments, as in Wazy's gang? First, I will speak of our cult's origins. To do that, I will have to look back at the annoying history the Samaria continent has followed. Approximately 1200 years ago, due to the Great Collapse, order and advanced civilization were lost, and war and poverty visited the Dark Ages. Then the weary people committed a grave error. Cajoled by the hordes of imbeciles who had suddenly appeared, they ended up accepting the selfish order they had invented. In other words, the foolish blank and the blank of blank. So I assume that last part is the Church of Idios. It was a symbol of their faith, with their order the Dark Ages died. Is that supposed to be the foolish church and then the goddess or something? But I don't know. We'll say the foolish Idios and the Church of Idios was the symbol of their faith or something like that. Yeah, this could just be mistranslated for all I know. Anyway, with their order the Dark Ages died, and that faith spread throughout the continent at once. I want you to think about this carefully. If it is true that a blank exists, shouldn't she bestow equal salvation to everyone, so a goddess, or some sort of deity, at the very least, is that blank? However, until this very day, the notion of differences still exists, and people never cease to lose their lives due to disasters and misfortunes. So the goddess chooses who to save. That is too ludicrous an idea. In the end, she is nothing more than an invented pretense in order for the church to acquire power. There is no way something like a goddess exists. Our predecessors, having arrived at that truth, set out on a long journey to meet a demon or something, I'm guessing? Then at the time when the era changed to the Middle Ages, they finally found it, blank blank, lying in the depths of this land. So a septarian, perhaps? Or is this supposed to be your first hint of the Panzer Soldats? Blank, that is how it was called. This is Dr. Joachim left this behind? It seems like an outline of the cult, but it's illegible in places. I think it was erased intentionally. Restoring the data might be difficult. The things that were erased, they're the Septian Church and Goddess of the Sky, right? It seems they declared the non-existence of the goddess. No mistake about it. On top of that, it seems there were some interesting words that were erased, but... Lock released. Ah, so we have to find 3 of these terminals, eh? Luckily there's no Hellhound out here waiting for me. So that one has the same name, Octobrain, as the thing in the hospital, it's higher level, so you have to scan it again, I guess. Evergreen was the speed one. Later. And in an attempt to avoid death, they ended up running right into it. Poor monkeys. But they had it coming. That's new. And Testarossa claims another victim. Okay, this time it's running away. It now knows who the boss is. Don't know what that is, but it's guarding something. Oh, it's just a monkey. Stupid monkey. I forgot that Ellie has scent on her. That sucked. Okay, you get to see the Hellhound in action. This is an annoying one.
注意してください。
As you can see, they resist everything. Now, I do not want to move Randy because Randy's a trick.
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。
よし
Need another turn, guys.
砕け散れ。それ。
俺の番だな。
これで終わりだ。暗い。終わりだ。
How the hell did you miss, Randy? You had one job.
Ah!
行くぜ。
That sucks. Salamander's even narrower. Yeah, there's just no way I can get that fit. Is it ever a Mall Lloyd day or something?
さてと。はい。
11 hit points.
えい。
行くぞ。
Trying to get a little revenge.
俺の番だな。
And as much as I'd like to let Estelle come out, I can't afford to let the thing hit Lloyd anymore.
まあこんなもんかね
He may be annoying, but he doesn't deserve that. Now, I wonder if them going over level 40 screws me over, because that would definitely suck. Defender. Oops. You want her to use it. Nothing guarding this? EP charge is decent. About the Divine Child. Crossbows are considered by RD, therefore G cult are blank and blank. The blank is because it is the place where the Divine Child blank. Blank of the blank, the Divine Child is a blank, bold, blank, for the sun, blank, 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 for the sun, blank. For a blank to be able to blank, it is hard to believe she is a being of this world. However, I really saw with my eyes. A blank called the blank, I saw her blank. As for the blank, it is an artifact which the blank based on the blank. They were blank, blank. In this case, even blank, blank is only something natural. The Divine Child blank, 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 gnosis sense blank. When she blank, blank, the Divine Child will blank, and she will blank, blank the blank. Then blanks blank and blank will be blank and blank. And each person will be released from, that's supposed to be from, the spell of the blank goddess. This is the prophecy of our D that for G's cult's predecessors left us, and the ambition we must fulfill. The hell's this? Seems like it was warming. Looks like this is some really high-level confidential information that Cult held. So the Divine Child that they spoke of, they were referring to Kea, right? Yes. When Dr. Gunter appeared in front of the IBC, he addressed her. Yeah, they're missing a word here. When Dr. Gunter appeared in front of the IBC, he addressed her as such. Honestly, I can't think of it as anything but a delusional way of speaking, though. Either way, it seems all we can do with this info is ask the man himself, right? So this is terminal number 3. Where's number 2? Oh, I know where it is. Damn it. This is a long walk. I'm just taking off. It's not worth leveling anymore. It's this way. Right here. And more hellhounds, looks like.
みんな気をつけて。
俺の番だな
Stop freaking blind. You know what? No, this won't work. We might be able to get a little more out of Renne.
一気に行くぞ俺の番だなほらよ
私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。さてと。ドライブ開始。
Happy everyone Lloyd Day.
よし
Like I'm gonna be getting some CP here from Estelle.
みんな大丈夫？
Yeah, the defense would have helped before Lloyd got mauled.
それ。
Just saying. I guess Estelle's a little bitter about not being the MC for this game. Harmonia boots. I assume those are for women. Yeah, that's a complete step down. About Gnosis. Gnosis is a secret drug which uses pleroma grass as an ingredient, a blank set to blank. As for its mixing method, blank, by taking a physical ability and responsiveness increase, and furthermore it has the effect of drawing out the user's latent abilities, blank blank. Gnosis is a drug to the blanks blank to blanks blank. So something to the churches, something or another I imagine. By blank with a blanks blank, blank is able to store blank and blank. Sooner or later when that blank will lead to blank, blank will blank. Furthermore, there was room for improvement in Gnosis, blank. It is blank to blank. Blank, since then, our cult has researched a way higher effect of Gnosis, and repeated the so-called ritual. Then added blank to blank, we blank, and we were close to perfecting Gnosis, but a miscalculation arose. Because the experiments were on a large scale, Bracers and other authorities smelled our existence, and that was connected to the destruction of all the lodges as well as the cult itself. What foolishness it was, I say. For our blank to blank, some sacrifices were indispensable. I, from a destroyed lodge, secretly recovered the experimental data and came to this land of blank, Crossbow. As for the pleroma grass, which is a Gnosis ingredient, since it blank and the blank and the blank of blank, I had no blank problems. Also, in the depths of this Fort of Sun, there is a research facility blank by blank, and is furnished with many high-tech equipment. Thus, blessed by it having a research environment, I finally completed the secret drug. A lot of information was deleted. Yes, it seems we can still put together the info on the drug, though. It seems certain that he used this research facility, and in the past several years, he reached the mass production stage, huh? Wonder what this pleroma grass is. Seems like an ingredient, but pleroma grass, that's a name I haven't heard. I don't remember anything like that. When we return, it seems I'll need to run a search in the database. And that's the way out of this place. If I'm correct in this place's layout. Okay, get past him. The Octobrain's over there. Through the sewer. Up here, past the enemies. He was intimidated. Up the stairs, past the gold. Past the Octo. Okay, this will lead us right to that door if I'm correct. And I was. Now the thing is, was there a door back here that we could have checked? I don't think so. If there were, it would need something really cool for me to go all the way back. Intimidated anyway. So I wonder why they gave us Ellie's weapon first. I'll be next up is Tio because Randy's is just gonna sit in my inventory. Third layer. There's gonna be at least 4, one for each character. This is... could it be a blood pool? I didn't smell of blood. The liquid sure looks suspicious as hell, but it's possible that this is the wastewater from the sewage system. After all, the place right above here is where Gnosis is being mass-produced. Indeed, the color may look different, but its scent definitely resembles the drug. It doesn't appear to be strongly toxic, but it's best to avoid any direct contact with it. I see, we should watch our steps. That's right, such massive quantities can't just be blood. But its strong resemblance is still mentally disturbing. Anyway, we have to keep pushing forward. Yeah. New enemies. Huh. 10,000 Mira. So that puts me at 23,000. There'll be other ones for me to fight. Okay, it's intimidated. I think that's the same as the thing in the hospital. Is that just a lot of... Okay, that is a big one. Sea moon compared to the death moons. I am more doing that to be annoying than anything. They're really weak to Earth. Maybe I'm doing Earth too.
任せろ
Just in case.
ほらよ
さてと
And these, I believe, are spellcasters, so they're just gonna sit there and channel crap. That's obnoxious. Does not impede, that's what's important. Anyway, we can examine this now. Actually, no, we can't. I need to finish those off before they attack. Randy's not gonna get a chance. I stopped one, but I don't know what. Oh, it's petrified. I'll teach you to be a wise guy.
任せろ 任せろ
Sappers, this may be fatal for him.
赤き夜に信じ戦場をかつわむほどもつなけ
We're looking at like 45,000. 6,000. Yep, it's dead. Oh! It's holding on by the skin of its teeth. And luckily Tio gets to move before Joshua does. Oh, crud. Nope, it's dead. Joshua's gonna kill it.
援護する戦闘終了先に進もう
Sigma Drive for Tio. For Randy? Yeah, it was. Okay, for a second there it looked like it was about to hit me, but then it turned. Like, is there a store where you can spend this mirror, or just like the sepet that's something you're supposed to carry over? Okay, that lasted. The previous section was an hour, in case you're wondering. I don't know what's gonna be after I cut out the fights and stuff. But I'm breaking these up just for simplicity in editing. Oh, could they be the people who've gone missing? You guys are... Mr. Gantz, it's a relief to see you're okay. My good cop pals, are you guys here to save us? Really? Can we leave now? Well, let's open the doors first. Looks like that thing over there is the door switch. There's another one at the opposite end. Let's open them up. Yeah. Either that or send some ravenous animals in there, one of the two. Can't talk through the bars. Sturdy looking lever. And they were never seen again. Aw, that's no fun. Important things first, grabbing this Sepith. Wow. I don't know if the cap is 9,999 in this game, but it's very easy to obtain apparently. This must be Adios' guidance. Hooray, I'm saved! Please wait here for a bit. We'll explain once we open up the other cells. We're saved. Does this mean we can go back now? Please take us back as soon as possible. That help has come as like a dream. Please, get us out of here fast. Thank Adios. And they're missing one of the eyes in Adios. We're finally free. They can lead us back to the city, too. There's more cells over there. Let's open it up. Damn. Sturdy looking lever. We can't leave here just yet. I'm sorry, we managed to infiltrate this place by avoiding enemy detection. Monsters and mind-controlled mafia are still wandering around nearby. Like this rune, safety within the city ain't guaranteed either. It's a good idea to remain here for the time being and wait for the rescue to arrive. No way. Why did this happen? I think the Guardian Force will be dispatched here as soon as the chaos within the city can be controlled. In any event, please endure a little longer. The Bracer Guild will also provide full support to help resolve the incident. Please don't worry, rescue will come no matter what happens. I understand. We'll do whatever we can within our limit to provide you support as well. Huh? Hey guys, help will come soon, right? I do really regret what I did back then. If you take that drug, you become able to do whatever you want. You get a big attitude, too. Caused so many troubles to the mayor. Our memories of the trip here are fuzzy. Before we knew it, we were in this strange place. Where the heck am I? My family. Are Grail and Sunita alright? According to what I've heard, it seems she has no memories of taking the drug. It seems she drank a medicine taken internally, which is prescribed to St. Ursula Hospital. Anyway, you'd be helpless in a place like this. I decided to protect her. Don't worry, help will definitely come. Until then, let's all stay together. I'm sure this place is the safest. Yeah. Dina, what are you in here for? Sorry, Mr. Wald. I want to be strong, but it seems I got carried away. I'm really sorry. Why did something like this happen? I thought I'd be safe, so then I got all depressed. Just why did I lay my hands on something like that? Anything in these cells? So we can't open this yet, unless that's what they're doing. Anyhow, thank you for releasing me from jail. I feel like I've calmed down a little. That's right, I have some reserves here. Why don't you give me a shot if you need my assistance? For now, I'll give you my full cooperation. My resolve was weak, having suffered a big loss in investments. I want to recover everything back in one go. But now whatever I say is worthless. He actually sells accessories and ingredients. I think you guys would be upset if I actually stopped to cook. Yeah, thank goodness it still works, huh? The truth is, I work as an engineer, and tuning ordnance is my forte. Somehow my stock and trade looks to be alright. If you need any ordnance tuned, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll help you guys in every way I can. So on my way to the Republic when I got assaulted and taken here by a group of men in black. I suspected it was not a good idea to take a drive on the highway at night, huh? Anyway, I want to get out of here as soon as possible. I'll help you guys in every way I can. Huh, who knew the highway at night was a dangerous place? Yeah, I must not like to read murder mysteries or something. Yeah, he has matched the rate to the bank. Is there a way to drain the liquid? Look, there's a fish down there. That means it's perfectly safe. You guys are being sissies. Anyway. In my defense, how was I supposed to know which way was its face? Anyway, we get the Tyrol Balm. Can't go that way anymore, so we gotta go down. Attack 3. Do I even use an attack quartz on the wood anymore? There we go. He hurts a little bit more. I'm still probably going to use all of his turns for support stuff, though. Charge 2. That's the shaker or quaker or whatever. Passion Rouge. Isn't that what the girls use? Or... No, it's the guys. The only reason I'm doing all this is because I think that's Tio's weapon over there. Well, this could be the way forward for all I know. Kind of praying that is not the case, but... All that for a stupid carrier ball. Is that a... Yeah, that is a monster chest. Anyway, this is the south side of the room. Yeah, you know what, let's just reset. Oh, crap. Run, Randy! Silence blue for the girls, which I already have. Crap. Monster chest first. Yeah, get another crack at this guy. And because I want to be annoying, we're gonna do this. That's right, team, don't screw up.
はい。ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな。ほらよ。
Freaking Randy missing his move. There you go. Displays natural power given by moonlight. Calls a tsunami that sweeps the enemies clean. Weak to... I think this is the first enemy I've seen that's actually weak to morale. We need to kill a couple of the small ones because otherwise they're going to be returned. At least one needs by the most. Wouldn't mind all of them though. And the answer is 0. Okay, we're good. I let them have that on the assumption that they weren't actually going to do it.
これで終わりだ。暗い。悪いな。
行くぞ。えいってや。
お返しよ。私の番ね。
Oh no, Tio hit her.
みんな大丈夫？
俺の番だな。あっ任せてくれ。えいってや。
ここです。
As long as he doesn't get the 10% healing, I don't care.
任せて。
So he's prepping his big move.
はあ。
おっしゃー。行くぞ。させるか。
そこです。
What that move is, we will never know. Water breaker, icebreaker obtained. Oh my god, so they have weapons here too. So light, you forget your hold on. Until you feel the blood trickle down your wrists. I am dangerously close to leveling. I can't really afford any more fights. Not sure how to get over there. Hold on a second. Okay, I see. He's in a really bad spot. I assume this is Estelle's weapon. Another one of these things.
はっもらったぜ俺の番だなほらよ
Poison and burn.
俺の番だな
私の番です
Gonna wait a little bit longer, then I'm gonna start looking at the map of this place.
ええエニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
For a second there, I was afraid Lord was gonna miss.
任せろほらよ
みんな大丈夫 任せて
Yeah, losing Randy's not an option.
Thanks.
私の番です
赤き夜に死んだ戦場をつわものどもはつらけ
私の番ですドライブ開始
俺の番だな
Can't reach.
さて行くわよ食らいなさい
Dude just doesn't learn, does he?
俺の番だな まあこんなもんかね
The Epistrella. Sad part is the boss is probably gonna push me over level, which way is out of here? Level 40. It's gotta be over here.
Yeah, go!
Still one chest in there, but I don't care. Yeah, is it even mathematically possible for me to finish this now? I don't think so. Another cell, huh? It doesn't look like anyone's here, though. No. Is someone there? President Marconi? The one from Ravash? Haven't I seen you somewhere before? You guys are the brats from the Special Support Section. What? The pests who ruin the Schwarz auction? It's not like we wanted to purposefully ruin it. Hey man, you deserve that. Shut your traps. It was your fault that I enraged the chairman and had to walk down the dangerous path. It was all your fault. Way to push aside your responsibilities. Are you telling us you're not an accomplice of Mr. Joachim? Of course. The gnosis, I didn't know it was such a horrifying drug. At the beginning we thought it was just a drug that could enhance one's hidden potential. Everyone started taking it after our successful assault on Hayway. But last night, those who took the drug started acting really weird. And then this happened. What's more, some of them transformed into monster-like creatures. Ay Dios, please forgive the sins we committed. I see. Pretty much falls in line with what we predicted. Now you know, I'm just one of the victims. Hurry and open the door and take us somewhere safe. Don't be ridiculous. The mastermind might be Joachim. However, can you say you guys are not responsible for any of this at all? Nobody other than you guys are responsible for spreading the drugs to average citizens, correct? Well, I know your goal all too well. You want to use Crosswell citizens as your test subjects to evaluate the safety of Gnosis. If things have gone smoothly, you've secured your sales route and expanded the market further after the conflict had been over. Am I wrong? We probably went too far. I doubt there'll be any congressman who can cover for you this time. Mr. Chairman Hartman, he's under numerous suspicions for his ties with Mr. Joachim. You guys should be prepared, as there won't be anyone who can shield you from now on. That aside, what happened to Old Man Garcia? I thought he got caught along with you guys. Our boss resisted Joachim till the bitter end, but it was eventually suppressed by the raw power of our monster-like members. We never saw him after that. I see. That's a little worrisome. Yeah. Hey, Lloyd, what do you plan to do with the cell door here? What cell door, Estelle? I think it would be dangerous to leave them here like this, but if we open it up, there's a chance they'll just run away. Yeah. Indeed, it's a difficult decision. We'll follow your judgment. To be honest, it's hard to say they belong to the civilians we bracers are responsible for protecting. No, Lloyd, don't go soft on us. Oh, you have our gratitude, Mr. Lloyd. My, such a nice guy. Can't be helped. This is just an emergency measure. Plus, monsters lying around this area are no pushovers. Escaping without adequate equipment is basically suicide. I recommend that you folks stay put and wait for the rescue from the police. Don't tell me what to do. And also, with this, your job is done. Get out of my sight right now. Let's go. Yeah, let's hurry ahead. Chairman Marconi, I'll ask you something. Do you recognize this? The police badge? Where have I seen this before? That's the badge the detestable detective wore. How'd you guys get a hold of it? That's what I'd like to ask you. The detective who had this badge was killed by you guys, correct? I don't know. Not sure what you're referring to. You might end up the same way he did if you get too far ahead of yourselves, you know? Better consider your position carefully and keep us happy. Okay, I'll talk. We weren't the ones who killed that detective named Guy. It's true that we planned on taking him out because of his superb snooping skills that made him a pain in the ass to deal with. Before we could act, he'd already been killed by someone else. That badge was just something my men took back from the scene. Wonder if he's really speaking the truth. I don't sense the aura of deceit. It's possible he's just faking it. But if it's all true, removing something from the victim and bragging about it afterwards. Mr. President, you've got quite a hobby there, huh? Anyway, he wasn't killed by us. Yeah, he was definitely killed by Joachim. That detective, he was conducting investigations on Joachim while snooping us out too. My brother was. He had the mastermind behind this incident marked a long time ago. So Lloyd's other brother was really outstanding then. Regardless, we'll be able to figure out the truth once the mastermind is caught. We spent enough time here. Let's move on, everyone. Right. Please believe me, we weren't the ones who killed that detective. It was Joachim. It was all Joachim's doing. This shouldn't have happened. We should have taken out Hayway easily using that drug and raked in a lot of mirror while we were at it. Yet, damn it, it was really a naive thought, wasn't it? Garcia opposed the idea from the very beginning. Said once we started using them, we'll be out of control. Everything was just as Garcia said. This is too much even for Ravache. What should we do then, once we get out of here? Damn it. Another one of these.
おし上げていこうぜ
There goes the
俺の
achievement.
番だな。
行くぜほらよ
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。任せて。エニグマ
I'm not
駆動。
really too concerned about the small fry. They may walk into it. If they do, great. If not, oh well. Sucks that I can't poison or burn that one to make it easier to deal with. Okay, I'm getting a little concerned with the number of arts coming from that side.
俺の番だな。
Yeah, there's no way of me catching that one. Like, I don't know if they're locked onto him or how it works specifically. No! Wow.
おっしゃふん
So I do have to worry about the petrify.
任せて。エニグマ駆動。私の番です。デミガンナー起動。アブソリュートゼロ。
Bleh.
行くぜ これで終わりだ暗い悪いな
Now Lloyd will kill Tio if he goes for it. 1 for Ellie.
Go
off in time.
ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな援護する
なんとかなったわね。
Yeah, they just hit level 40. Aurora dress. It's very likely I missed Tio's ultimate weapon, and I can't bring myself to care into going back and looking for it. With Estelle and Joshua actually getting crap here, that kind of threw out my theory of there being at least 4 levels. For all I know, this could be the last one, and it may have just been with one of the other ones. Although I make it lucky, it could be right here. Oh. Well, we found a shortcut. We can go explore this route. Looks like there's 2 chests here. I am sick of fighting this thing
さ
already.
あかかってこい任せてくれ
No. No.
任せてくれやっはっ
行きます。ドライブ開始。任せて。
So he's gonna steal the crit turn, unless I... Nope, I can't stop it. So I was looking, I was doing a heal or something to throw him off.
エニグマ駆動。
This is gonna be a little painful.
Sorry. 俺の番だなえいっとおっしゃふん
さてと。エニグマ駆動。
Here's the diffusion move.
チャンスです。皆さん、お願いします。あ、
No, I would have been better off.
せいっと
Anyway, this should be the end.
さあ、先を急ぎましょう。
Florentine. There. Ah, there's the chest. So Ellie is getting her EP back as she walks, it's just she's used so much. It's taking a lot of steps to do so. Kinda wonder if I can stay at level 40, can I still get that achievement? Here at last. This voice is Mr. Earnest. That person is definitely the criminal who was arrested by you guys for attempting to murder the mayor, right?
Oh yeah.
So the bracers are here too. And considering even ye and you guys sure have a lot of friends, eh? You can stop with the boring jokes now. Unlike the Mafia and the Guardian Force, you're not being mind-controlled. If you're acting as an accomplice under your own will, it'll add even more to your crime, you know. The so-called crime is simply a term defined by humans, is it not? From today onward, Crossbow shall become a new holy ground. Is there a need to care about those boring rules under such circumstances? Mr. Earnest. Our words aren't getting to him. Can't be helped then. How did you hook up with Joaquin? We'll question you about the details after we take care of this incident. For now, please stand aside and let us pass. Very well. The power coming from Gnosis bestowed upon me by my great comrade. Take a look at it with your very own eyes. This is... could it be? Demon eyes. Compared to the Mafia folks, this bastard's even more. And he's got those 2 dragons with him. Those things will probably grow my hearts. What a wonderful feeling. I obtain the power of a demon, I have evolved into an existence that surpasses man. This is the path to Gnosis. Mr. Earnest, why have you fallen this low? How much lower are you going to fall before you're satisfied? It's really sad. Doesn't matter what form you take. Earnest Rias, we will now arrest you for interfering with public duty. So that's what the Japanese call obstruction of justice. Didn't really pay attention to what he was saying until I heard the word despair. So I don't want to cast... Oh yeah, I am not casting anything at the moment. Okay, getting that close is really dangerous, Ellie. Or Garage, yep, this is the one that can do it. Resists everything. Missed. 200 damage. There's literally no point in casting anything at the moment. So my best bet is just use the analyzer. Earnest felt the darkness became a demon. He bisected the flesh of those who defy him with his black demon sword. Instant death, seriously. I really just don't have anything else to do with Tio. This is going to be an extremely long fight unless I just has to break him into the ground, which is looking increasingly tempting. And that's assuming I don't get hit with this instant death crap either. Oh my god, Renne. This is increasingly looking like a fight where I should just pop zero and call it a day. I was afraid it couldn't be interfered.
これで終わりだ。暗い。
Here's hoping the thing that's gonna hit her is a status bomb of sorts. Burning finger? You think you're some sort of Gundam or something?
俺の番だな。エニグマ駆動。やっ。
ありがとう。
行くぜ。
You're the lucky loser.
さてと。
任せてくれ。
Come on, Tio. Minimum 2,000 damage each. God.
その方向食らい尽くす。
さてと。ドライブ開始。
おっしゃー。
私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。
I mainly just want to deny him the healing.
行くぞ。
任せて。
Yeah, I think she'd get anything off, which is why I wanted to, ooh, that's gonna be a
エニ
doozy.
グマ駆動。
Heal her instead. This should do like 3,500 gold. Almost, yeah, got it a little higher than that. Okay, I'm actually lined up very well right there. Okay, the one time they do not take the last hit. First one bit the dust.
行きます。
2,000.
ドライブ開始。私の番ね。はあ。
ありがとう。
助かりました。
Don't die, tiny one. So whatever he does, she resists.
俺の番だな。
I'm gonna go with the assumption it's probably burn, but you never really know in these games. Don't worry, this outdamages the team rush.
よし。エニグマ駆動。やっ。
助かりました。私の番ね。
Yeah, this one I don't care.
はあ。行きます。エニグマ駆動。
よし
Hear that sound, Ernest? That's my apathy.
行くぜ。
これで終わりだ。暗い。悪い。
Okay, I think I just killed it. Yep.
滅するがいい。その方向食らい尽くす。
He's gonna heal off this, isn't he?
さてはあそれ
任せてくれ。さい俺の番だな。ありがとう。
助かりました。私の番です。エニグマ駆動。
何？滅するがいい。
エニグマ駆動。
任せてくれ。エニグマ。
Doing this just so he doesn't get the healing.
それ。おっしゃー。あっ。
Yep, it's burning. Okay, Renne's primed for the next crit turn whenever it arrives.
やっと。
Whoa, I thought it wouldn't be that much. I think he'll still be fine though.
ドライブ開始。
It's gonna take a long time to cut through all that HP.
はあ
俺の番だな。俺の番だな。それ。
He may not survive.
それ
So 5 more rounds of that should take him down.
おっしゃー。エニグ
As
マ
a
駆動。
precaution.
ありがとう。
はいドライブ開始任せて
Dark Matter's doing twice the damage of the Chaos Brand.
俺の番だな。やっいや。俺の番だな。
滅するがいい。
俺の番だな。やっと。
さてとはあ私の番ですドライブ開始
俺の番だな。
I think he actually does need to heal because... Oh, crud.
ほら。ありがとう。
The burn is based off of percent HP, so as a result, Randy is hemorrhaging.
それ。
This fight is such a slog, man. It does not make me look forward to the final boss.
やっ
thing that would really hurt is if we use disaster break again.
俺の番だな。そこだ。
許さん。その方向食らい尽くす。
援護する。
Way to whip, Josh. I deal a lot more damage than magic.
任せてくれ。
Just in case he tries to use it, he won't heal as much now.
エニグマ駆動。
よし。 おっしゃあ
Yeah, that should be enough to finish him. 200 to spare. We'll do the scenes, I'll open the box, and then I gotta step away probably for the rest of the day.
敵集団撃破しました。
Tear all bomb. He was ridiculously strong. Although the same secretary, it's like he's a totally different person. Well, to me, this guy here looks like he's always been a martial artist. But this gnosis, just how much can it push beyond the normal boundary? Is he alive? Somehow. Looks like he overexhausted himself and he won't be able to move for a while. I see. Well, we don't have a choice but to leave him here. Yeah, let's get moving. You're right. Ellie, let's go. Right. Farewell, Mr. Rias. You know, there's a prison cell a little ways that way. You could toss him in there and... yeah. Like, I'll walk right here just to show you guys. Walk down the path, make a right, through the door. Sunny Pendulum. What does this do? That's crappy. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, I have a little bit of time, so we'll go a little further, see if I can get halfway through this layer, level, what do they call it? That's gonna be annoying. To be honest, I was expecting a monster chest with another one of those blue things. Mega Duda. It's not worth it. I was hoping to have something a lot more spellcaster friendly, but no, it's not. Okay, this one looks like a sliding puzzle of sorts. Seems there's a chest. I don't know. I do not recognize that. This might be the chest. Curie of all, right? Nope, tier all. Okay, that one may have been worth it. This one's fast. Why it is, but in every single Legend of Heroes game, the final dungeon is always so freaking lame. It's a... Okay, let's see how that's supposed to go. Let's go explore the other route. Like, this is consistently my least favorite part in all the games, actually. What's so painful in this one is I have not found a mist quartz at all yet. If you're not familiar, that makes it so that the enemies don't aggro to you. Everyone is level 40 now. Vampires, I imagine.
敵接近注意してください。私の番ね。
Luckily, the dolls can be delayed. It's just, I don't know what the gold statue is. That's a first for me.
Enigma駆動。
俺の番だな。
I was afraid he'd do that.
俺の番だな。
私の番です。
So that's the only
ド
thing
ライ
I
ブ
want to
開始。さてと。エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。
Actually did kill one.
やっと。俺の番だな。くらいな。
行きます。分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。
Resists everything. Senses arts and obstructs their chanting.
行きます。エニグマ駆動。さてと。はあ。
俺の番だな。任せろ。
行きます。ドライブ開始。
We'll have Tio draw the shot here. Huh.
はあ。
俺の番だな。や やっはっ
So damn.
さて
Okay, we can't reach that way. We can get them this way.
あ
行くぜあ
This is gonna take a
Hi.
while.
エニグマ駆動
俺の番だなせいや
みんな大丈夫私の番ねエニグマ駆動それ
おっしゃー
Yeah, those are comparable. You know,
Yes.
one costs a fortune compared to the
や
other.
っや
さてとエニグマ駆動
It may call for help here. It's also looking like a help either way, I don't care.
今だわみんな行くわよオッケーです
了解おう行くぜ
And Lloyd should get finishing blow.
よしせいはっよし上出来だ
Orion Guard. That to him. But the final dungeons are consistently a slog. They are so damn slow. The enemies are so bulky. This entire thing is nothing more than a colossal waste of time at best. Anyway. Although, now that I think about it, the absolute worst one would probably be Cold Steel 2, since that one was randomized. Yeah, we can't even get over there. Luckily, the vampire's over there. Wait, this is the way. This allows us to go from behind. Have to get past the vampire. I don't know if I even fought that Hydra. Okay, so we're gonna just brute force that. Gotta stop it before it interferes with the gameless chest, which was just a crappy curio ball. And it's no longer intimidated. Okay, this leads us back to the hallway with the one vampire. That leads us to the thing where you rotate the platform. What's guarding this? In case you're wondering, I fled, as you can tell from the flickering enemy. Need to get his attention. Knowing my luck, there's probably not even a missed quartz in the game, or it's in the secret dungeon. Oh well. This should be where the boss is. Garcia. Garcia Rossi. So that's where you are, huh? As expected. He appears to be mind-controlled just like the other Mafia members. He's as bulky as Mr. Zane. He looks really tough. Former squad captain of the Zephyr Brigade and current boss of Ravashiko's young members. It's pretty obvious what his combat knowledge is like. Doesn't look like he's going to demonize, however. We mustn't let our guard down. Yo, Killing Bear. You might not be able to hear me, but I'll give it all I've got like you'd wish. Prepare to witness the power of the infamous son of the war god.
敵集団との戦闘を開始。
おっしゃ
I just want to get on the other
これ
side.
で終わりだ。暗い。終わり。
俺の番だなそ
I
れ
imagine he doesn't have any weaknesses. Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Level 44, largely built to overpower enemies with quick attacks. He can be delayed. Well, this fight's over. That is just too crippling a weakness. So here's one of those moments where it sucks not to be alive, because I hope people vote on which element I use to barrage him with.
ドライブ開始。
任せてくれエニグマ駆動俺の番だなはあクリアそれ
Unless he has something that's going to take priority, he will never get a turn.
私の番ね。はあ。行きます。エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だなエニグマ駆動俺の番だなはあクリアやっ
But But this is probably why debuffs only last one to cannot bosses in Cold Steel and Beyond.
さて
I think most of them are immune to the layout, right?
エニグマ駆動さてとドライブ開始
任せてくれ
Okay, he can't do it. You have to look at the rolls and see if one of them can.
おっしゃはあクライナ
任せて
Well, there he goes getting his turn.
エニグマ駆動
Just keep in mind if you brought Josh into this fight, you'd have another source of delay.
任せてくれえいは
He went after my guy with 4,000 hit points.
みんな大丈夫
A turn earlier would help us though. Just saying.
行きます
Nope, I was looking for someone who can inflict defense down. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, I guess.
分析を開始します情報を入手しましたさてとエニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
Don't miss this time.
あークライナありがとう
So I really don't care about curing the fan until it'll go away.
さてと分析を開始しますすでに取得済みです私の番ねエニグマ駆動
行くぜふん
I'm gonna do this because it might actually be worthwhile.
皆さんお願いします
はいさ
えいエニグマ駆動
おっしゃはあクライナよしやっ
行きますドライブ開始
Curious to see if these will deal sufficiently more damage. I don't want to be here forever.
俺の番だな
Not so convinced.
任せてはあ
おっしゃふん
それ
Yeah, I think I'm better off just casting this.
私の番ですエニグマ駆動
行くぞせいと
私の番ねエニグマ駆動
任せろはあクライ
This turn gauge.
ナよしせいと
I guess if I can land it on a crit turn,
さて
the cost of Chaos Brand would actually be worth it.
エニグマ駆動行きますドライブ開始
任せろあ
By the way, you got to see his Esper draft before this all
行
happened.
くぞせいは
Yeah, she gets an instant cast crit turn, it looks like. We'll go with fire this time.
エニグマ駆動
援護する
Delayed. Did Joshua just
任せろ
kill? He would have wanted Randy to finish it for him.
おっしゃ、いい感じだぜ。
So I almost got a 2 multiplier there, and that runs 41. Holy crap, beating this game with level 40 is gonna be so damn hard. What he said. This is... Could he be demonizing? There's no way we can handle him if he does that. He still has that same weakness. Yes, I can. Hey, old man. As a mercenary veteran, how can you be so weak-minded? Even if you're with the Mafia now, you did escape from that place back then, didn't you? Let me see those guts of yours again. Randy. Mr. Randy. The miasma's gone. Could he have regained his composure? So you can do it if you try. Talking like a big shot. But I think I owe you a thanks. So Hakim used Gnosis on you? Yeah, through direct injection. That bastard, I knew he smelled fishy from the get-go. Damn it, how dare he lay his hands on my men? We'll arrest him. Sorry, but I doubt you guys can avoid arrest either. Can't be helped that we embarrassed ourselves to this degree. The bastard is probably inside. Son of the war god, and Lloyd is it? You guys get on my nerves, but that fucking bastard annoys me to no end. You better not lose to him. He's down. Yeah, he's out cold. Probably because he used all his energy to resist the demon eyes. He might be a villain, but he's probably a person with strong will. At least I can relate to him a lot more than that president. You're right. I agree. Well, he's one to behold. Yeah. The true mastermind behind everything is up ahead. Earnest and Garcia. Based on the appearance of those two, I'm afraid our opponent is going to be extremely dangerous. Everyone, are you ready? Yes. Yes. Anytime. You can count on me. I'm ready to go. Alright. We will now begin the arrest of the cult's high priest, Joaquin Hunter. Please give it your all. Ah! So I'm going to go back and heal and stuff, and there's one thing actually, I don't even need to heal. There's one thing I want to do, though. Okay, we're going to do the final scenes here. I doubt I can do the boss in one sitting. And I thought the boss was going to be, like, right here based on what he said. In case you're wondering what I did, I just went back and scanned some enemies. This is an underground lake? Hard to believe this thing's this big, man. Everyone, look. This place was in Kiddo's photo. So this is where the picture was taken. You see, I remembered a dark, enormous place. There was light shining down from above, but I feel like it was a little scary. I see. She was talking about this place. That's right. Joaquin Gunter. When did you get here? Looks like he's really no average Joe. Welcome to the holy ground of our origin. Ladies and gentlemen from the Special Support Section, as well as honored guests from the Bracer Guild. Allow me to welcome you all. You're rather laid back, aren't you? Joaquin Gunter, let's cut to the chase. Release the people who took Gnosis and are being controlled by you immediately. I don't know how you did it, but I know you're behind this. Sure, I'm fine with that. What? I already said this at the IPC, didn't I? Hand over Master Kea and I'll stop right away. Don't be ridiculous. You with your lunatic speech again. You bastard, are you looking for a fight? You're the worst criminal in existence. What's up with this guy? He's got the same terrible personality as the professor. Weissman wasn't as fanatical as him. My, you're making this conversation very difficult to carry on, you know. Master Kea has always been the divine child our cult worshipped. How is it not reasonable that we ask her back? Are you aware of the things you guys did 6 years ago? There's no way we'd hand over Kea to the likes of you. More importantly, explain Kea's background at once. You know where she came from, don't you? I see. You're still clinging to the idea that Master Kea was born during this era, huh? This era? Well then, I'm prohibited from saying this to people who haven't the wisdom, but allow me to provide this special enlightenment to you all. Just a month ago, Master Kea was still asleep, in this sacred cradle on top of the altar like she was dozing off. She was enjoying an eternal slumber that has been lasting for more than 500 years. What? Impossible. You bastard, quit bullshitting! There's no need for you to be this surprised, right? Well, it's impossible for modern technology to achieve this. It's definitely doable with ancient technology. 500 years ago, there was a group of alchemists who gathered in this land to study artifacts. It is said that this altar was built using their technology. The alchemists from the Middle Ages who built the Tower of Stargaze. It's hard to believe there's such a connection. Master Kea has been in her eternal slumber since then. Of course, there's no one in our cult who knows her origins. And that pretty much wraps it up. No way. What the hell? Kea's past. I thought we could help her recover it. What's with the grief? Master Kea needs no past, because she is about to become a true god. God, you say? Literally speaking. You guys should realize the truth already. Eidos, the goddess of the sky, where does such a thing exist? Why haven't you realized that's just a blatant lie from the Septian Church? Have you lost your mind? There are actually people who doubt the existence of the goddess? But this is the truth our DG cult preach. We're often misunderstood, however. We don't actually worship the existence of demons. We're simply using them conceptually because they're convenient, in order to deny the idea of the goddess. Fight poison with poison, so to speak. Stop your trash talking. If that's the case, why did you do all those cruel things? Everyone was crying and screaming. I heard that the lodge I held in was more fortunate of them all. If you weren't worshipping demons, then why? Tio Plato, I remember your name. A test subject to the Altair Lounge, who demonstrated superb sensing capability. My, can't believe I could meet the actual test subject like this. Good timing. Let's talk about this while we're at it. What was the goal for conducting your numerous inhumane rituals at the lodges across the continent? My goodness, you still haven't figured it out. They were all experiments to enhance the Gnosis level of completion. The willpower and hidden potential that blossom when one's at its limit. Those were the perfect data needed for completing Gnosis. By the way, the reason for having so many children was simply a concern on the accuracy of our data samples. The juvenile and pure test subjects prior to reaching their puberty stage are from various aspects. Stop. Cut it out. Such inhumanity. I can't believe there are folks more fucked up than us. Joachim Gunther. Based on what we observed so far, you must be the person responsible for organizing the various experiments conducted, aren't you? Precisely. However, my rank isn't that high in our cult. To begin with, we're all equals under our true god. To be honest, we could care less about that creed or whatever your cult follows. So then you know about that, don't you? The strange lodge known as Paradise. That name. It was in the black file. you're aware of its existence. That was a lodge specifically created by the higher-ups in our cult. They bribed the local influential men and exploited their weaknesses to make ways for the cult to act. Truth be told, that lodge kind of deviated from my research principles. So it is true, just as we deduced. So in case you don't remember what the Paradise Lodge was, that's where the child prostitutes were kept. That's where Renne was. I see. That's how it is. You lured the chairman into that paradise and got a hold of his soft spots, didn't you? So that's the connection. That was after I read through the results from every lodge there is. After we lost almost all of our lodges thanks to that disgusting operation 6 years ago. We managed to get ourselves just the right backer. It even came with a bonus group of convenient underlings called Ravache. Just as I thought. You manipulated the Guardian Force by tapping this very same connection, didn't you? Now that you mention it, how did you get them to take Gnosis? Oh, I forced it on the Guardian Force commander, who was the chairman's protege, you know. I had it passed to some booster drink that's being developed by St. Ursula Hospital. Never thought he'd believe it so readily. That dumbass commander, there's a limit to one's level of retardedness, man. Back on the topic with the Paradise, its demise was a little bizarre. It wasn't affected by that operation, but was instead destroyed by a society, or something during the incident in the world last year. My, what were they thinking? Anyway, there's just one thing that I deeply regret with the loss of Paradise. There was a young experimental sample with insane level of adaptability. Now that was a masterpiece. Capable to take advantage of the Gnosis to absorb every other sample's personality who was there into her own body. Renne. Man, if only I could retrieve some of that experimental data. Enough. I found out everything I want to know. There's no need for you to continue. Sorry, Lloyd. Looks like we cut off your conversation. Not at all. Thanks to you guys, I was able to draw some additional conclusions. As such, I can arrest him without reservation. Joaquin Gunter, High Priest of the Cult. According to the state law, you're under arrest on suspicion of inflicting injury, causing riot, taking unlawful possession of property, misusing drugs, and physically abusing others. Even though this is a simplified version, the search and arrest warrants have already been approved. Stay still and let us tie you up, buddy. Very well. Why don't we have a bet right here on who of us will have their goal accomplished? He went Super Saiyan. His hair? Is that a type of orbital staff? This is actually my real hair color. As a result of continued Gnosis consumption, my body has become somewhat special. Thanks to that, I haven't been able to sleep for the past several years. That ain't funny, you know. I see. So this is how you got everything done while working full-time at the hospital. Not bad for a detective. You sure are sharp. By the way, the staff here is one example of the pinnacle masterpieces of orbit technology created by the alchemists. It hides power even greater than the artifacts. Thus allowing me to command even such things at will. These are archaisms from the Middle Ages that were created with alchemy. Well then, it's time for the finale. Today might be a day worth remembering. The day when our earnest wishes for Master K to become a god are finally realized. Dream on. I won't ever lose to the likes of you. Okay. So her name is supposed to be pronounced Kia. Whoa, it can be debuffed. Middle-age archaism weapon that manipulates flames freely, guarding its master. Physical attacks are ineffective. So water can work, but fire will not. gonna do this one just because it locks on.
俺の番だな。ほらよ。
さてと エニグマ駆動
Yeah, I need to move them a bit.
俺の番だな。
We're gonna go over here.
援護する。
Not too shabby. He can move, but they can't.
真の英知を知る
Go for a void.
ひたひたに最悪を講じる
It looks like it's a global.
俺の番だな。
Actually, there's no point in using that.
それ。
ええ
任せろ。
That might have knocked her out of the circle.
それ助かりました
任せてくれ。
Might as well use the scope now.
それ。
Only 20,000 hit points, which isn't too bad.
行くぜ。
私の番です。ドライブ開始。任せて。エニグマ駆動。
食らえ。
That's what I was afraid of.
やっ。
So Randy can be petrified.
せい。は。 任せろ。
Don't really have a way to interrupt those. Fix confuse.
ほら。ありがとう。
私の番ね。行くわよ。食らいなさい。それ。
任せてくれ。させるか。あ
I'm actually wondering if Randy can hurt him.
捕らえられるか
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。
任せろ。 ほら。ありがとう。
任せて。 エニグマ駆動。
これは俺の番だな。せいはっ俺の番だな。あっ
Randy's dead. I have him burn his CP just in case.
俺の番だな。
赤き夜に信じ戦場をかつわものどもをつなげ
So we kind of established they have sky-high defense, but that's kind of all they have going. What I'm really worried about is that he may have a way to
私の
revive.
番です。
And by May, it's almost guaranteed.
ドライブ開始。
任せてくれ。面白い。これはどうだい。
任せて。
Okay, he seriously just did that.
エニグマ駆動。
ここだ。よっしゃー、一気にボコるぞ。
分かったわ。オッケーです。
行くぞ。エニグマ駆動。それ。サンクス。
I may have lost both Randy and Lloyd here. Believe it or not, right now is not actually that bad.
それ。
負けるか。それ。
負けられない。
My one concern is that this may not reach. Oh, that will.
ああ。
So we're gonna have Randy stay where he is.
まずいな。そこだ。
助かりました。
よし。えいっと。
はい。エニグマ
We're
駆
gonna
動。
use cheap spells here because we know this isn't over.
捕らえられるか。
ええ。さてと。エニグマ駆動。
おっしゃ
We're gonna do it.
任せてくれ。 行くぞ。援護する。
Use this one.
それ。サンクス。
はい。
Okay, plan B.
分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。
よし。エニグマ駆動。これはどうだ。行くぜ。ふん。それ。
So I can't delay him, but I can make sure that he doesn't get many turns.
さてと。エニグマ駆動。ええ。エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。えいっと。行くぜ。あっ。遊びは終わりだ。捕らえられる。
So right there he gets rid of all debuffs because why not?
それ。私の番ね。
行くぜ。任せてくれ。
はい。分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。ええ。そこ。
Yeah, she actually does more damage with her gun than her magic.
やっ。
Tio's the only one that should be casting spells at this point.
任せろ。俺の番だな。セット。
はい。ドライブ開始。
And that's mainly because her normal attack is technically a magic spell.
おっしゃー。ふん。
それ。
真のエナジーを知るがいい。
みんな大丈夫？
よし。やっと。お返しだ。
行きます。
They always miss when they're about to die.
それ。
And I don't mean like when the enemy is about to die, I mean when the person that's about to get counterattacked is about to die.
エニグマ駆動。やっ。
ありがとう。俺の番だな。
5 hit points left.
行きます。
任せてくれ。せいや。遊びすぎたか。よし。上出来だ。
Yeah, I'm getting increasingly more skeptical about the whole, doing this at level 40 thing. Alright. We won the bet. Surrender at once. My. Let me tell you something. The effect of Gnosis isn't a simple enhancement of physical power. It also heightens the user's senses, unlocking their hidden potential. When its application mythology is optimized, the following can be achieved. The hell's this? The space has been sealed? This is like Weissman's evil eye. Impossible. How? It appears that the two of you over there had some very interesting experiences, eh? The Liber Arc and the Phantasma, hmm? This guy, he's peeking into our memories. Could it be that he's recreating them? Weissman. He looks like someone who'd sympathize well with me. The intel on Ouroboros is also more interesting than I thought. That's enough to keep me entertained for now. How could we be... I won the bet. Now about a cup of gnosis for all of you. After that, you'll be under my control. And Master Kea will have no choice but to obediently return to me. You bastard. So this is the reason you lured us here. What other needs do I have for wasting time just to see imbeciles like you? It was all for Master Kea. Is there a better reason than this? You. If you already possess this much power, what's the reason behind your obsession with Kea? Oh? Even if she was really born 500 years ago, it doesn't change the fact that she would still be an ordinary little girl, does it? You're already powerful. Why the obsession with Kea? You're right. That's a good fundamental question. I said it before, she is the one who will become God. Drawing comparison between my power to that of Master Kea's is rather foolish. No, perhaps I should say that this kind of comparison is pointless to start. Saying things that make no sense. He's just like him. Whatever, since I have the chance, I'll ask you. Why did Kea appear in the Black Auction? This is definitely an unsolved mystery indeed. The Mafia seem rather lost as well. I'll keep asking them. Are you the one who killed my guy Bannings? That's it, so that's how it is. I see two brothers, 10 years apart in age. After the older brother died in the line of duty, the younger brother left Crossbell and returned again. What a masterpiece. I can't believe you're that troublemaker's younger brother. So I can take your answer as a yes then. It's true that back then he was close to discovering my existence. It was such a distraction that I ended up asking Revenge to erase him for good. It appeared that some other faction was responsible for killing him. 3 years ago, Marconi spun that story in his favor, and came to me to brag about how much I owe him, however. Garcia denied it all, making Revenge being the killer an unlikely story. That's what I thought. Because my brother wouldn't lose to a guy like you. Isn't that an interesting comment? To you, the appearance of Kea at the Black Auction. That's probably something that did not go according to plan. Because there's no way you'll ever just let go of the god you admire so much. Indeed. That would be very illogical. It's true that on that day, Master Kea finally awakened from her long slumber. However, when I was informed of it, she was nowhere to be found on the altar. I thought she might have lost her way wandering up to the ground level. And accidentally got herself into a trunk that contained a dollman to be auctioned. That's ridiculous. There's no way that could happen. We also have some intel from Hayway. In other words, as the mastermind who's pulling all the strings in this case, there are quite a few things you're still unclear on. Nice kick in the balls. Amazing, Lloyd. That's a detective for you. So what? As long as Master Kea is back, these trivial questions are all... What about the Gnosis? There's a limit to your joke, alright. What you're doing right now are nothing more than peeking into, stealing the victim's memories and mimicking their abilities. It's the same with your inhumane experiments that were used to complete the drug. The result was nothing more than an accidental outcome generated through countless trial and error tests performed on innocent children. What exactly is so Gnostic about it? You imbecile. Calling it Gnostic is a disgrace to that word. I think underhanded is a better description. Sorry, but I think Weissman was probably a lot more decent than you are. I feel the same. And now... You're trying on forcing your worthless fantasies onto Kea. Our beloved girl who's kind-hearted, pure and innocent, as bright as the sun. There's no way we'd let you do stupid things to her. Impossible. We can move now. The seal is gone? I see, so his evil eye is nothing more than an imitation. The effect is lost as soon as he's distracted. That's all there is to this incomplete ability. And Lloyd screams, smashed it into pieces. Joachim Gunther, we saw right through your tricks. Regardless of how many more tricks you're planning to pull out, we won't back down. Surrender at once. This is troublesome. Well then, it can't be helped. What you mumbling about? In this case, I'll have to use my trump card, won't I? What? That's... Let me enlighten you. This is the completed Gnosis in its final form, so to speak. If we call the ones you have on hand the Blue Gnosis, then these should probably be called the Red Gnosis, eh? Could they be the pills used to transform that secretary jerk in the Mafia? Correct. Shoot. If you consume such a high dose... Overdose symptoms? Anyway, we need to make him spit them out fast. I see it. I can see it. The great D. The lost origin of power. What? Whoa, you're kidding, right? This intense pressure. Joshua, is this... Yeah, this is probably worse than the Terrian fusion form of Iceman. This feels great. I now have the complete control over the truth of all living things in this world. Their hidden intentions. Get a hold of yourself. What you said are nothing but lies. Truth is not a simple matter you just grab onto. That is something humans are limited to. I can see everything. The trick behind Master Can's disappearance, the truth behind your brother's death, and the inevitable fate of Crossbow. You're just bluffing. There is no point in letting you imbeciles live any longer. You can lament over your own fragile misfortune and die right here. Looks like his demonization is on a different level than the Secretary's. Yep, there's quite a big difference in combat power. However, it appears that this is an inevitable battle. Yeah, get ready. Ellie, Tio, Randy, Estelle, Joshua. This is the final battle. Let's give it our all. Ah! Zen Clown. By Clown. Gonna end up stealing with Randy's turn. Black artifact that responds to Demon Joachim's thoughts. Using pressure, it makes enemy defenses crumble. No weaknesses, but it can be delayed. It's probably not gonna be able to be dragged around either. Fine Clown. White artifact that responds to his thoughts. Robs enemies of their life force and heals its user.
Makasero!
赤き夜に死んだ戦場をかけつわものどもをつなげ
So yeah, this one's a lot squishier, or this one's squishier than the other one. This one can receive an effect. This one can be ignited. As is...
俺の番だな。それ。
Achieve perfect demonization with red noses using many artifacts. You can signs to oblivion the ignorance.
任せろ。
この程度か。
Is this his S-break or what?
砕け散れ。
行きます。ドライブ開始。さてと。はあ。
Okay, that got rid of the debuff on me.
ありがとう。任せろ。
So the reason why I moved here is because I can throw out Salamander and try to fish for a burn.
そこだ。
I think the aerial's the best spell to use here. Ow.
さてと。エニグマ駆動。
おっしゃー。
Yeah, we'll keep playing this
そ
game.
こだ。
That sucked.
援護する。任せてくれ。
I probably should have cast Crown on down there, actually.
エニグマ駆動。
任せろ。エニグマ駆動。ほら。
ありがとう。
よし。
それ。
やっ。行くぜ。エニグマ駆動。
We should both be safe here.
行きます。エニグマ駆動。私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。
行くぞ。
So I'm gonna race at him because I don't want to be near them. Just in case he does something AoE.
任せろ。そこだ。
Okay, Randy got screwed.
任せてくれ。
任せて。はー、行きます。ドライブ開始。
いいだろう。滅びるがいい。
よし。エニグマ駆動。
みんな大丈夫？
おっしゃー。つい。
さてと。はー、私の番です。ドライブ開始。
よし。
If he was about to say anything, I was gonna snap in with Rose Break. And I have enough of these to spare.
Hey! 任せて。エニグマ駆動。
おっしゃー。つい。任せてくれ。
I don't want to take that from her.
行きます。エニグマ駆動。それ。
Oh, crap.
よし。エニグマ。
Is he gonna do it now?
行くぜ。
私の番で
Notice
す。
the white line.
ええ。
ありがとう。やっ。
さてと。
任せろ。あ俺の番だな。ふん
Okay, that knocked him down to half.
俺の番だな。エニグマ駆動。
Top a run off just in case.
助かりました。
期待。
援護する。
Okay, I don't know what that is he just summoned, but it could be delayed.
行くぞ。
Primphobos from the spirit world, is that? Demon summoned by Demon Joachim. Actions are slowed down by the spirit world's miasma ingredients.
さて
So the bad news for you, buddy, is apparently you're weak to earth.
あ
行くぜ。
はい。ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな。
Did not want Lloyd standing there.
エニグマ駆動。
おっしゃー。ふん。よし。
Yeah, Tio should have that. Game back over here.
それ。
I was kind of afraid that was going to explode, to be perfectly honest. Oh, he went Super Saiyan again. Resistances did not change or anything.
エニグマ駆動。
行くぞ。エニグマ駆動。おっしゃー。
You knew this was coming.
赤き夜に死んだ
6,000
戦場
damage.
浮かばをかけつわもろどもをつなげ
Almost 7, wow.
エニグマ駆動。
So I could abuse Zerum powder if I wanted to really make short work out of him.
Yes.
11,000 hit points.
セット。俺の番だな。ふん。
I get 10 CP per swing.
無残ぞ。
私の番です。
Don't know what counter mode does.
さてと。はあ。みんな大丈夫？
That helps Randy.
よし。
Anyway, right there he burned through a turn of the debuff, so we need to reapply it.
俺の番だな。
Let's test this, shall we?
よ
can abuse this so damn hard. I do not know why this casts so good.
行きます。エニグマ駆動。
よしさせるか。
さてと。エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。
I don't know if Lloyd's the blasting zone or not.
行くぜ。そこだ。行くぞ。
私の番です。
Just in case.
おっしゃ
Like right now I'm wondering, can I heal anyone or do something here?
エニグマ駆動。
私の番ね。はあ。
行くぞ。エニグマ駆動。
はい。ドライブ開始。
やっ行くぜ。
Exploitation time! In case you're wondering, I get CP for hitting him and I get CP back for being hit. Hopefully you can see where I'm going with this.
それ。
行くぞ。
Because he's essentially dead right now. Seriously?
援護する。
さてと。
I feel so bad
エ
for
ニ
this
グマ
guy.
駆動。
He is so outclassed and doesn't even know it.
Oh, おっしゃ
私の番ね。はあ。
任せてくれ。
Going over here so that he can't line up on 3 of them. Even though I can end this at any point right now.
任せろ。
3,000 left.
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。
任せてくれ。
If I were to cast, that would work.
ええ。はあ。
TO's gonna kill him. And there's one more. This is... It looks like he's gone berserk completely. At this point, his flesh is... No way. Wow. Shoot. If this continues on, we made it this far. There's no way we give up now. Now we were finally able to, truly able to embrace that girl tightly in our arms. We're no different. We'll definitely make it back to see our little girl no matter what. Brother, please, lend me your strength. I may not be your big brother, but I can give you a hand. It's what we saw back at the hospital. The Potter Modder. Renne. Poor guy. But maybe he deserved it. Now let the fun begin. Potter Modder, blast him to smithereens. Double Buster Cannon. Its arm is... Alright, this. This is your last chance. He can't keep it up any longer. Hurry up and finish him.
私の番ね。
So he's weak to pretty much everything. He can be delayed indefinitely. But you guys have wanted to see this, I know.
気高き女神の息吹力となり我が銃に集えエアリアルカノン
おっしゃ
赤き夜に死に戦場をつわものどもをつら
はい
Sadly, this one doesn't deal damage.
ガンナーモード起動しますオーバルドライバー出力最大エーテルバスタ
ー俺の番だなこれで決める
The name is rather fitting for the longest night of the hospital. You're pretty good. I hate to say it, but I was able to regain consciousness in the end. For this, you have my thanks. Joaquin, you... Don't give me that pitiful look. What we set out to accomplish may remain unfulfilled. However, our ambition has been realized. The great Master Kea will surely... Speaking nonsense even at his last minute in life. But it's still sad. Yes. Don't let it bother you too much. He couldn't be saved the moment he swallowed down that large quantity of insanity pills. Yeah, you're right. I would have saved him too if it was at all possible. Yeah. He wasn't able to come out of his delusions even at the very end. I was hoping he could face the proper judgment and admit his crimes. Otherwise, it'd be so depressing for him and the victims he sacrificed. Lloyd. Mr. Lloyd. Hey, what are you getting all gloomy for? Randy? We ain't omnipotent, you know. Things don't always go as we want. But still, we gave it our all and came this far, didn't we? Can't say it's the best outcome, but it's pretty damn good, isn't it? Randy. During the Lodge takedown operation, many cult members committed suicide. Mr. Guy, Mr. Arios, and Chief stepped over the dead bodies of many to save me. I believe there are times when sacrifices are inevitable. Tio. He sought after his own destruction, but the aftermaths he left behind must still be taken care of. The chaotic state of Crossbell and the status of the victims he manipulated. I don't think we have time to be somber. Ellie. Thank you. You're right. Now isn't the time to feel down. Plus, we have to keep the promises we made with Kea and the Chief. Yes, the promise to return to her side unharmed. And the promise we made to Chief to have him recognize our capability. Somehow we managed to keep both. Friends, huh? Looks like the curtain is drawn. I was planning to not help out to the very end, but I wonder if I was affected by Louvet. Renne. I don't have any more regrets in Crossbell. It was fun, but I think my presence here will only make things more chaotic. It's time I take my leave. Renne. What, Estelle? Renne is not ready to be caught, you know. Nope, Renne. We've already caught you. It's been half a year since we last met. After going back to Ouroboros, we came here for the past 3 months, during which we were always able to feel your presence. We know you were staying at the doll studio and you occasionally came to Crossbell City to play, but it's extremely difficult to catch you on the Orbital Network. Isn't that obvious? Renne is Kitty. No one would be able to catch her. Except us, right? We now know everything about you. Your past, your sorrow, as well as the happy and fun things you enjoy doing. You can no longer run away from us. I thought you'd give up. After learning about the paradise, I thought Estelle would give up for sure. If I were myself from 2 years ago, I might have given up. But after meeting people like Louvet and Renne, I've become stronger. No matter what kind of events took place in the past, they're the important things that shape you into who you are today. And now I can't help loving you. It's probably better for you to return to your parents' side. However, we want to make you part of our family no matter how unreasonable it may seem. This is the conclusion we arrived at again after coming to Crossbell. That can't be. Potter Mater? Why are you moving on your own? Could it be... I see, you're also worried about Renne. Stop. Caught you. Thank you, Potter Mater. The adjustments Meister made allow you to be able to move according to your own will, right? Don't ever run away from us again. From now on, where we go, how we should live our lives, we'll need to figure those out together. But first, shall we go back to Ouroboros? Tita has also been waiting forever for Renne to come back. Renne. I'll spare you guys the scream. This is really wonderful. Yes. This is real touching, man. Everyone, thank you. I don't know what to say. How we should express our gratitude. No, we only helped you. I think you guys used your own hands to grasp the result you wanted. Joshua, allow me to congratulate you. Thank you, Lloyd. I suddenly wanted to see little Kea's face. Yes, and Zeit and the Chief as well. Then let's head back. Yeah. Special support section, prepare to withdraw. Protect the civilians who were brought here, and while arresting the Mafia members, let's return to the surface. Ah, sunrise is so pretty. Yeah, and it's so warm. This voice is... It can't be. Kea. Thank goodness. Lloyd, Ellie too, and Tio and Randy are safe too. Why are you here, Kea? Moreover, there's a lot of people, huh? Just now, all the CGF troops deployed in town fainted, so we quickly came here taking her with us. Honestly, she was a bother throwing a tantrum saying to take her with us. No wonder from the... Dudley. No wonder she's from the Slavport section. At least give her some proper discipline. Though you say that, it's very like you to go out of your way to bring her to us. Sergei. The Vice Commander and Sergeant Noel, too. Good work, everyone. Our forces have finally become able to act again. So we came to see you, but for now it seems the danger has passed. Yes. All of those ghastly monsters disappeared. Thanks to that, we were able to rescue everyone. Well, we restrained the Mafia and left them in the basement, but... I rather think that things will be more difficult from here on. That's right, we have to explain this to the citizens and think of the impacts on foreign nations. We must also properly care for the manipulated CGF troops. Even the Mafia seem like they'll need to restrain their activities for the time being. And we must assemble the chain of evidence related to this incident. We'll likely be busy for an entire month. Allow the guild to assist you. Thank you. I mean, really, it seems we'll be so busy we'll die, but... somehow it seems everything is moving in a good direction. Yeah. Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, Randy? I'll have you give me the detailed report at your leisure. But for now, have you settled everything? Yeah. Yes, sir. Good work. What to do now? Seems we can now recognize you as having come of age. Guy would have been proud. Chief. Alright everyone, step aside, out of my way. Here comes Grace. You guys need to learn how to recognize their voices. Miss Grace? You're even here at a time like this? As if I could let my juicy material escape my grasp. Anyhow, first I'll have you let me snap a photo of you all. Come on, everybody get in the shot. Good grief. You're gonna take a photo? Yeah, give her a big smile, okay? Yeah. Zeit, let's get in the shot. What about us? As you'd expect, it's better for us to stay out of this one. Hey, I'm telling you to get in here. You too, Missy, alright? I will pass then. Don't mind if I do. Something like this isn't too bad every once in a while, right? Come on, the Vice Commander and the Chief can get in the sides of the shot. Alright, but I wonder what kind of impression this will give. Alright, here I go. Everyone, say cheese. Nope, they said fuzzy pickles. Best looker of the bunch was Zeit, sadly. We're gonna need a lot of paper bags for the rest of them. The existence of the DG cult that caused terrible disorder in Crossbell, and their utilization of the Mafia and the CGF they manipulated with the drugs. Then the misconduct of many influential people, starting with Chairman Hartman. The general outline of the incident was reported by Crossbell Times. It was the unfurling of an unprecedented big scandal. So this is actually in English. I don't think the guy translated it. I think this was actually in the Japanese version. In the end, Mayor McDowell dismissed both the Chief of Police and the Guardian Force Commander, and ordered to the persons in charge of each section to the Vice Commander Sonia a full case investigation. Starting with Dudley, was brought to light by the detectives who had been obstructive of that top brass until now. Not only a connection between the Empire faction congressman and the cult, but also one of the Republic faction congressmen. Many people were arrested. The citizens' feelings of distrust in regards to Crossbell political moves reached their peak. During this time, IBC's president, Dieter, declared his candidacy for the next mayoral elections in a flash. he publicly pledged to follow the ideals of retiring Mayor McDowell and to establish a healthy political system. Then Mayor McDowell announced special elections for the congressmen who were arrested. It is said that candidates from all quarters are already expected for being the next chairman. And 1 month after the incident, we were called by Mayor McDowell to the City Hall's reception hall. Estelle and Josh would decide to return to Ouroboros with Renne. Though the Bracer Guild manpower is reduced, the police structure will be improved because of political reform. While cooperating with police more than ever, their workload may also be reduced. At parting, Renne once again gave us worrying words. The truth of 500 years ago, why Kea was at the auction, and just who the killer of my brother Guy Bannings might be. Even the girl who seemed to see through everything said she did not know. However, explain those things will be our duty. Promising to see each other again someday, we exchange farewells. And then, after the end of the mayoral election, the day we return to our normal duties, in the entranceway of the special support section, there was Kea holding a brand new bag. Are you sure we'll be alright? As expected for your first day, it might be better if I was with you, but... It's alright, I've memorized the way properly, see? And I'm going with Ryu and Henry. Lloyd, you worry too much. But... honestly, you really are a doting parent. When you were small too, didn't you go to Sunday school with only other children? Be that as it may, aren't you a little nervous too, Miss Ellie? That's just in a guardian's nature. Good grief, and it's such a fine day for a kiddo. She isn't targeted anymore. The least you can do is see her off properly. Well, I know, but somehow I feel like I understand the feelings of parents who have children. You guys are busy too. You're being called by the new mayor, aren't you? It's about time you get going. Yes, sir. Be that as it may, do you know, Chief? Just what kind of discussion it is? I think you'd better hear from the mouth of the new mayor. Anyhow, today is a new day for all you guys. Pull yourself together and go. Understood? Oh boy, it seems we'll be getting busy again. Well, it's usual for us to be busy, but... See you, Kea. We'll take you as far as the road. Yeah. What they said. A little disappointed this doesn't actually have any lyrics to go with it or anything. But anyway, the spoilers will be coming a little bit later as for my thoughts on the game. Since it's the first entry in a new arc, it's pretty well balanced overall. It's usually the second game where it all goes to hell. So, for the first game, you're usually free of Ouroboros interference. There's a minor degree, if any. Second game is when the crap hits the fan. They're going to show up in force with their anguis, their new anguis. They're going to recruit a new enforcer, and so on. So in case you're wondering what the setup is for the second game, Azure, that's going to be the Erebonian takeover at the very end, I believe. But the main thing is the Red Constellation comes looking for Randy. Ouroboros is there. And you get to fight against tons and tons of Jaegers. Like Randy's uncle, his cousin, and so on. Randy is supposed to be the heir on account of, you know, being the son of the war god. But for one reason or another, he took off, and as a result, the power passed to his uncle, and turns out it's not an easy organization to leave, I guess. Sadly, we did not get to see Gideon in this game. And one thing I did like was the small, compact cast. That's something you very rarely have these days. This Cold Steel 1 had the entire Class 7, I believe. 2 had Class 7 plus... what was it? Toa, the Princess, Sarah... and that's not even counting the mirrors that you use for the other characters, like Ida. And the sad part is the third game is supposed to be even worse in terms of party size. There's just too damn many characters. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys the New Game Plus menu, and that's when I'll start going through spoiler territory. Basically, I'm not going to be able to do Azure in time, so I'm going to spoil stuff for you. Things such as the replacement for Weissman, the new Enforcer, the Dominion that was in this game, hiding in the background, so to speak. A Grail Knight, that is, in case you didn't associate the two. Because I think this Azure is when Aryan Road, or whatever her name is, I need to have someone finally pronounce it so I know for certain. That's when she makes her first appearance, as well as Novartis. And then a new Faceless. If the data from this carries over into Azure, I want to say it probably does. So that gives you even more reason to replay it, even though you do have to beat New Game Plus to get it perfect. In case you're wondering, there's something that happens in the Geofront in New Game Plus in this final chapter. I think it's a super boss or something, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to be trying to work on that in the background, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. Depending on what all I can carry over, we can speed through the game. To be continued. New determination unlocked. Extra mode is unlocked. You can enter extra mode from the title screen. So we need to save this clear data. Huh. So right there you can see the date and time. It's actually getting kind of late. Anyway, with that, we can now hop over to this. So I have 1450 points carried over. Yeah, I don't think I played any mini-games. But otherwise, this is cosmetic crap, not really that important. Worst can worst, I can always just get it and then reload or something. So we want to carry over the recipe book. So we could relock that. Definitely want the weapon, accessories. Oops. You can get all the Dark Doctor books here if you wanted them. Don't really care about the combo craft stuff. I think consumables would be bad if I were willing to, no, these are linked. Like, try to bank Zerum powders or something. They're missing something on status.
これでいい？
Quartz or consumables? Like, I want to say that the boots are probably part of armor, which is why that's actually important to take. We're gonna take quartz. We'll leave the Zerum stuff behind. And grabbing this just due to lack of alternative. And I'm just gonna stick to normal so I can get through it fairly quickly. That way you can still see this boss and stuff. So the whole less than level 40 thing is just not an option anymore. And in case you were wondering, this is what I was referring to near the beginning of this video, how it doesn't look familiar, but there's 2 people missing. So everyone's level 40. Anyway, for those who are done, thanks for watching. I'll see you probably in Cold Steel next month if you don't stick around for something else in the meantime. Where's the boss? But otherwise, spoiler time. So, did you find the Grail Knight? His name is Wazy Hemisphere. I forgot his number, if he's number 8 or number 9, but his squire is Abyss, just like how Kevin has... Oh crud, what's her name? Wasn't it Rias or something like that? The nun from Sky 3. Anyway, Novartis and Aryan Road make their appearance. They recruit Maria Bell to become the new Faceless. Yes, Ellie's friend is an Anguisse. The new enforcer is Randy's cousin. So they have a Jaeger in their ranks, which... Well, Red Constellation Jaeger, I should be more specific, yes. I don't know if this is when McBurn makes his first appearance or not, but... Those are some of the bombshells you need to know. I really wish it was a fast forward through this. But otherwise, there's a lot of crap that goes down in Crossbell with Randy's family showing up and Ouroboros making their move. They're after the Septarian that's in here. I believe it's the Azure Tree or something like that. I don't know if it's the Septarian of water or what exactly. As for who actually gets final possession of that and stuff, that I'm not entirely sure about. It's probably going to play a pretty big role in Cold Steel anyway, since it's probably what Osborne's after. Then again, that might be also what Ouroboros itself is after, since we don't know if Weissman doing all that was him rogue or if that was part of the plan. I know there's theories bouncing around that the Grand Master of Ouroboros is actually Eidios. It makes a little bit of sense in some ways, and in some ways not. Basically, the Grandmaster has to be someone of a much, much higher caliber than a lot of the others. Someone who's not really threatened by the Anguis. And then there's the whole thing about the resurrection of the dead thing that's going on, since, you know, Osborne came back for a third time, I believe, in the end of Cold Steel 2.
生きてるその意味を探し続けるそれが生きることさ
But we're skipping this. Like, it makes me wonder if Guy is going to end up getting revived, and that's how Lloyd's going to tie into things, or... There's a couple loose ends here and there, but... Main things to know are the new Anguis, the Grail Knight that's in this game, and... You're definitely going to get some stuff with Randy talking to his cousin in Cold Steel 3, because that's probably why he's doing what he's doing. Otherwise, that is it for now, folks. In the meantime, I'm going to be going through New Game Plus. I'm probably going to need a week or two in order to get through it, because I'm just going to... Well, I'm going to try to do the quests properly. I may upload the ones I made a mistake on to try to find out how to maximize what I get out of them. And then I have to do those alternate scenes in Michelin with... Like, for this playthrough, I'm going to probably try to get as many Tio scenes as possible, since she is in Cold Steel 3. Ellie kind of gets the shaft. And unfortunately, there's just way too much in the game for me to play through all of it again and again to get everything. But that's it, folks. Hero of Light, thanks for watching, goodbye.